mourning the death of Major General James Kazini. A student died at Makerere University after being refused to do examinations. North Korean warships splash, and Liverpool secure a cheated win. Welcome. UBC Tonight is proudly associated with Zain, a wonderful world. Ugandans are mourning the death of former Army Commander Major General James Kazini. His body was found lying in a pool of blood in Namongo, a Kampala suburb, just next to the Monitor Publications offices. Kazini, once one of President Museveni's most trusted soldiers, died from wounds sustained after a bitter fight with a woman identified as Judith Atim Drago.
As early as 6:30 a.m., the scene of murder was overcrowded by military personnel dressed in green, police, the media, and curious others, each stretching their necks to take a peek at the body, which by now was still lying in a pool of blood. Some witnesses from the neighborhood say Major General Kazini died from wounds sustained after a heated argument with a girlfriend identified as Lydia Dralu Atim. Dralu is said to have hit Kazini on the head with an iron bar. By the time we arrived at the scene, the area was sealed off by military operatives who only allowed the family and government officials to view the body. But when I peeped through the gate, I could see the general's body lying in the doorway to his house. Eyewitnesses say after his death, the mistress, who was now hysterical, asked border cyclists to call police while confessing she had killed her husband.
Bantu aba bana nganze ababoda nange kati omukazi n'afuluma n'agamba boda muje munyambe nakuba endulu ne balooza bamubba ababoda ne bajja n'ebiti kati n'agamba muno nze amusse Kazini musse n'ayingira munda omusayi munjawo.
Though security was tight at the scene, curious Ugandans still forced their way there. Business had come to a standstill. At around midday, Kazini's body was taken to Mlago for examination. Atim Dralu and her cousin were taken to CPS and later to Uganda Road Court to answer charges of murder.
It is unfortunate that death has occurred of Major General Kazini. Our detectives, they are still at the scene. Some exhibits have been recovered, like a bar.
Government pathologists too were at the scene of crime, taking samples for investigations. Major General James Kazini has died when still battling with cases in courts of law. This is General Kazini at the CID head offices in Chibuli early this year. In February this year, I had the privilege to interview the general at Makindye Court Martial about his case, but today it is unfortunate that I'm bidding him goodbye.
The case has been adjourned to 17th of March. I don't know, it's a court determined.
What was the reason given for the adjournment?
Final submission of that particular case.
May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Death is no respecter of any mortal, but the way Major General James Kazini met his death is being looked at as undeserving. Those who were closely associated to him have described him as a brave and ambitious soldier. We talked to some legislators and members of the public who gave their view on the general's life.
Allegedly, Major General James Kazini died this morning in Namongo from wounds sustained after a brawl with a girlfriend identified as Judith Atim. Kazini's death has come as shock to some Ugandans who say the major had so much to still accomplish. Colonel Tom Butime is among legislators who spoke out about Kazini's unexpected death.
Generals don't die that way. They die in a completely different way. But the manner in which he has died is completely embarrassing. He died in a very, very different way. But the manner in which he has died is completely embarrassing. He died in a completely different way. But the manner in which he has died is completely embarrassing. He died in a completely different way. But the manner in which he has died is completely embarrassing. He died in a completely different way.
Butime, who was fond of the late Major General, had only kind words.
Very, very brave person. That's why he moved from a rank of a sergeant, isn't it, to Major General. It's most unusual in all histories of armies, so it's most unfortunate.
The general public description of Kazini's character and work doesn't differ much from that of his comrades.
Affected in a way that we have lost a great man, and the way he has died really has it's been unfortunate. Yeah.
Someone who dedicated his life to liberating Uganda from the hard times. So indeed the country was someone.
But around the bunker there, he was in the vehicle. Very heavy. Yeah, he was the person that cannot be where we are, the peace we are enjoying, just because of that.
Major General Kazini joined the army in the 70s and was one of the first people to join the guerrilla movement which brought President Museveni to power. He is well remembered for his successes in many operations, especially that against the early democratic process ADF rebels in Western Uganda. Elena Kayongo, UBC News.
Now, UBC brings you details about Major General Kazini's profile during his service in Uganda People's Defense Forces since 1998. Kazini may not have been very popular among the populace, but made a major impact in the armed forces. Rachel Nalwaga takes us through the general's life.
Major General James Kazini is the former army commander of the Uganda People's Defense Forces. He personally led the UPDF in Operation Iron Fist against the Lord's Resistance Army from 2002 to 2003. He was suspended by President Museveni after the UN and Rwanda's government alleged that he was plundering resources from the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo at the height of the Ituri conflict. It was then that Major General Katumba Wamala replaced him. General Kazini has died at a time when he was still facing charges of treason, neglect of duty, and disobeying the commander-in-chief. But previously, in 1984, he defected from Uganda National Rescue Front to join NRA. In 1987, he became commissioner at the rank of captain. 1989, promoted to major and appointed commander of military police. 1991, promoted to lieutenant colonel and appointed commander of Masaka Mechanized Regiment to replace Colonel Kizabesije. 1995, sent to West Nile to fight West Nile Rescue Front 11. 1996, promoted to colonel, given additional responsibilities in Gulu. In March 1998, deployed in Kasese to fight ADF rebels. 1999, promoted brigadier, appointed chief of staff and commander of safe haven operation in Democratic Republic of Congo. In 2000, after two clashes between the armies of Rwanda and Uganda in Kisangani, he was recalled from DR Congo. Away from the military arena and the probes of plundering, General Kazini had a couple of well-documented passions in Kampala, one of which is Uganda's top musical group, the Afrigo Band, to which he was a big fan. He was also a football fan, specifically Sports Club Villa. May his soul rest in eternal peace. UBC News, I'm Rachel Nalwaga.
President Yoweri Museveni has asked Ugandans to lead responsible lives by stopping reckless